Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Warcraft replay here as we get loaded into the game. We have an Undead versus Night Elf matchup. I have been casting a lot of Undead, I would say. But then again, I've also been casting a lot of Night Elf, so oh well. We are on the map Terenas stands, which interestingly enough is also another map we've been casting a lot on. Fun fact, I downloaded 3 replays like last week. This is the second one. The third one also is on Terenas stands, and the last video I uploaded was also on Terenas stands. So definitely not intentional, but what can you do? Either way, introducing the players here, we have Colorful spawning in as the red Night Elf in the bottom right. He will be facing off against Happy, the blue Undead in the top left, here on the Netease ladder. As it seems like a pretty standard opening for both sides. Happy did place his Tomb of Relics right in the back here, probably just to wall off the Acolytes. I'm fairly certain that this gap is traversable, however, so a bit of a shrug right there, I would say. Death Knight coming out as the first hero, as we are going for Graveyard after Tomb of Relics. Most likely going to be Fast Tech opening.
Your building is complete.
Hero for Colorful is going to be the Warden. So we have been seeing the Warden quite a lot recently. Colorful is, I haven't casted Colorful in quite some time, but Colorful will be another that will be added to the list of just playing the Warden. Sure, the Keeper did get nerfed in, I'm pretty sure it's 1.30, because I'm pretty sure 3.1 and 3.2 were absolutely no balance changes, but like, it's interesting to see the Warden. I do like Wardens. Probably, I don't know, probably don't like watching it. I definitely do like playing with it, but yeah, there is that bit of a problem there. Last time we saw the Warden, she kind of single-handedly won the game by just abusing Phantom Knife's blink to just cripple the opponent's economy. Now, of course, that was a human matchup, so I'm not sure how it would translate into an undead matchup here. Difficult is going to pick off a Wisp, as the Wisp was a little bit damaged, so it was enough for the Difficult to finish it off, as the Warden is going to use a Shadow Strike to attain level 2, preventing the DK from stealing it as well. It seems like he's just going to kill the Archer though, as there we go. Nice bit of pressure there from the Skeletons to finish off the Archer. And this Renegade Wizard, it's gonna take a while to finish off it, as the Death Knight is going to pull the Warden towards him. Lots of wisps being produced here. No Hunter Soul, no tier 2. We are going to see a second Ancient of War, so it does seem like we're going to have a bit of Huntress pressure. And I stand corrected, as we're just going to go straight into tier 2. So this second Ancient of War is interesting. I would so boldly assume we're going to see Hippogriffs with like mass archers, but that does seem kind of risky when your opponent just masses up Crypt Fiends. And I would have to say, like, recently, I don't think Hippogriff Riders have found that much success, so yeah, still wrapping my head around that. Warden is still holding off that second ability point, probably just in case she gets surrounded. She could point the blink or Phantom Knives if she wants to break this around herself. But yeah, Renegade Wizard is gonna get taken down. Skull of the Beast gets dropped there, and the Warden should pick it up later on. Happy's about to finish tier 2, just about 20-30 seconds ahead of his opponent. Second normally for fast crit fiends, because you kind of skip ghoul number 3 for the first crit fiend, but we do have third ghoul. We even have 4 ghouls out, so Necropolis is also used if you go in mass ghouls, but that's not what Happy did either. So this Necropolis is very interestingly built here. We're gonna go straight into tier 3, however, for Happy, as he's gonna place down the Slaughterhouse Necropolis. Basically just going to be there as a ziggurat that only costs gold rather than lumber. I really want to see Happy's resources here. He is saving up probably for a second hero.
Your building is complete.
But yeah, it is kind of weird how he's struggling for lumber despite having a decent number of ghouls. Hunter's Soul has been placed down, so I think we're gonna see... actually no, this... yeah, the Hunter's Soul being placed down is really confusing to me because it enables double ancient of laws, so that is going to be the production buildings of choice here. So essentially the second Ancient of War was just a waste of resources, I would say. I mean, it's going to be used to creep out this gold mine, but like, is that worth the resources invested into it? I don't know. Maybe he just built it just in case he was going to get swarmed by mass ghouls, but yeah, not going to be the case. Panda is going to come out as the second hero here for Colorful, as yeah, Panda second. It will be decent versus mass crit fiends. However, is Happy gonna go with like huge in crit fiend numbers, or is it just gonna go like mass destroyers? Who knows? Maybe mass destroyers doesn't make sense since your opponent's going to be going double dryads. So yeah, if Happy does go like mass crit fiends, then this Panda pick is going to be pretty nice because Drunken Fire combo is gonna do a decent amount of damage. I mean, obviously it's no like level 3 Mountain King Thunderclap, but it's still decent. We even have a Flute of Accuracy being picked up here by the Brewmaster, which is extremely good, especially for a Night Elf army. Actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of good for like most races. Orc is probably the toss-up because you could go Mass Raiders and not benefit from True Shot Aura, but you could also go like Troll Headhunters, so there's that. I'm pretty sure the other 3 races primarily has ranged units, unless you're going like tier 3 Knights with Human. But yeah, the 10% damage aura is going to be really nice, I would say. It definitely doesn't need, or it doesn't require Colorful to go for a Priestess third.
Research finished.
But I doubt we would see it regardless. Tier 3 is on the way, as I believe I saw Druid of Claw Adept training being queued up, which is weird because I've honestly like felt like I've come to the conclusion that bears are just completely useless in undead matchups. They get eviscerated by destroyers if your opponent does go for it. And yeah, they rejuvenates kind of give free mana over to those destroyers as well. So I guess the big question is, like, is Happy gonna be massing up those destroyers or not? Because if he just sticks with 2 destroyers, it should be enough, or it should be like manageable enough with just his dryads to maybe protect his bears. But like, I don't know, I always just feel like nowadays that dryads into straight Mountain Giants is better. Of course, the case where your opponent goes Abominations is a bit of a risk as well, but if your opponent does go Abominations, I don't think Bears are the better choice compared to Mountain Giants. So yeah, it's a really weird situation for the meta right now, especially because
Research finished.
like Mountain Giants Dryads seem so powerful, but we did have that one game where I believe it was Elegant versus TBC, where just Abominations destroyed Mountain Giants.
Our warriors have engaged.
But other than that, like, it just seems so difficult to deal with.
Research finished.
We do hear the first Mountain Giants being popped out here for Colorful, as the Warden is still holding on to that one ability point there. She is level 3, so most likely level 2 Shadow Strike or level 2 Phantom Knives if she did go for the retrain. But she's really scared of the fact that she could get surrounded. That is a lot of Dryads. The Destroyer is being very ballsy, I would say. Orbs of Annihilation going right after the Archer. Dryad needs to be careful not to get sniped out, but thankfully Destroyer is magic damage, so the Dryad can just get away with it. Giant is going to get unit blocked by the Obsidian statue, but is just going to get preserved back home. Panda is slightly faster than the statue, so he will be able to outrun it. He also has the Ankh of Reincarnation, so just in case he gets Nova Coiled to death, he can always just come back. He also has Perpetual Vitality, so slightly healthier compared to most pandas at this stage of the game. Just going to be transferred over to the Warden, who is at 800 health. She has a Orb Venom as well as the Greater Healing Potions, so very, very doubtful that she will get sniped by the Undead combo. And it seems like we are going to go a lot more favorable into Destroyer numbers rather than keeping to that magical 2. And we do see the first Aboms coming out here for Happy as well. I would say that this is a smart decision. It has been proven that Aboms kind of hold toe-to-toe against those Mountain Giants. As we are going to be seeing more of those eventually from Colorful, is just splitting the production between Dryads and Mountain Giants here. Warden trying to solo farm to get that level 4. I don't think she'll get it from this particular camp. The item is going to be Gloves of Haste as well, so it's a decent item for the Warden. She could definitely drop it for the Wand of Illusion. But will she? Who knows? Doesn't seem like it. Army supply for Colorful 61, Happy is at 60, so it looks fairly even for both sides. Expansion has been completed for Happy over here, however, so we are seeing the economic lead being won over by Happy, but because he does have 5 supply invested in those acolytes, it does mean that the equal supply advantage is kind of misleading. Although I do say that Night Elf has a huge ton of supply invested on those wisps, so yeah, supply is really hard to gauge, especially without like advanced trackers like StarCraft 2 has, which is like it makes me so sad that Reforged didn't really revamp the replay viewer for Warcraft 3. But here we go. Illusions are cast onto those Mountain Giants there. Probably should guess that those giants are indeed illusions, or at least half of them are. Destroyer is going to absorb the mana of those illusions, as it is just focus firing the Warden here. Warden is going to get preserved back home, probably to heal up with the Moonwells to just TP staff back to the fight here, as we do have a TP scroll being used by the Panda as well. So I don't think Colorful lost any units during that fight, but Happy lost like maybe like 2 crit fiends or so. But yeah, he is definitely ahead because he won that previous fight. His A-bombs do seem to be doing a lot more compared to at least what those giants have been doing. At least definitely a lot more than this one bear. But here we go here. Expansion is going to be completed just in time to see the main army of Happy just at its doorstep here. Defense, no, he's gonna try and TP Scroll, which is really interesting. He's trying to get the positional advantage, but can he use this to his victory here? I don't know. We do have 3 Mountain Giants, but they are facing off against a huge lot of units as well as 2 A-bombs. Death Knight still has a couple of Death Coils left in him, as we do have a Fan of Knives being cast here by the Warden. Not entirely sure what level of Fan of Knives those are, but we are going to have one of the A-bombs being taken out here. Happy is going to at least force the Warden to retreat with the Preservation Staff, but yeah, these Mountain Giants are still up and running. The A-bombs, on the other hand, are being focus fired by Colorful, in fact. One of the Phantom Knights gets tossed around there. Happy is about to lose this one A-bomb. Is Happy going to get that TP Scroll off? No, he is not. But he was able to kill the Panda in time as well. So he did trade the TP Scroll as well as the Mountain Giant for a Panda kill at level 4, I believe. So is that worth? Probably. Is a level 4 hero versus just a TP Scroll which can get instantly bought, as well as an A-bomb which can just get easily produced. The Panda, on the other hand, needs to be either slowly revived through the altar or needs to be instantly revived through the tavern, but it is going to cost a boatload of resources here. 67 for Colorful, 63 for Happy, but like Happy does have the hero advantage, I would say. 3 versus 2, or at least in this case 1. This is definitely not a fair fight, I would say. But I mean, what can you do if you're Colorful? You kind of just have to force this. Warden is going to go for another Phantom Knight there, as she is just going to eat another coil. Thankfully, with the extra beef from that Pair of the Vitality, she will be able to live fairly easily, I would say. Mountain Giants trying their best to act as the front line, but honestly, without any form of healing, these Mountain Giants' days are numbered. Detonations coming out by the Wisp. We are going to have a silence to prevent at least one of those Wisps from detonating there, as we do have the Abolish into a detonation, so the Death Knight is out of mana. He can't actually provide any further healing. And 2 Ancient of Wars joining this fight might actually turn things around a little bit. A-bomb number 1 is slowly being focus fired here. The DK does not exactly have enough mana to heal him up. And there we go with the A-bomb going down. We still have 2 more. Number 2 is being focus fired as well, and there we go, dropping yet again. Warden is about to hit level 5, which is kind of nuts to think about. That level 3 Phantom Knives could be absolutely devastating. But it seems like Colorful just did not have enough units left over. Yes, his Warden was about to hit level 5, but Warden versus tanky units like the A-bomb, even like the Destroyer as well, just not enough by herself. She definitely needed 6 by the time, but yeah, she was still like a full level away from that, so Happy is gonna take this one. So another instance where A-bombs seem to do a lot better compared to Mountain Giants when they go head to head with each other. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Happy, hell, even Colorful played it pretty decently, but all in all it kind of just ended up coming down to comps, maybe even hero comps as well. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys again next time.